Let's see. War of Mine devs release numbers that they've raised over $500,000 for their War Child charity.
Who?
11-Bit Studios, the guys who did the War of Mine. This War of Mine.
Who?
I know. I know what this War of Mine is.
What is it?
It's a Battlefront simulator game. But you're a refugee living in a battlefront, like scavenging for food and dealing with other survivors.
Oh, this piece of shit game. Yeah,
what?
I've seen it.
Have you ever played it?
Yeah, have you ever actually
Shut
played
your
it?
mouth.
Yeah, it's fucking awful.
Whatever. All right, next one. No, you know what? I'm leaving that one off because you like that.
Chibi.
So no one
Chibi.
That is. What?
Yay or nay, kicking Deadpool out of the podcast for this week.
Like, I'm just trying to do one simple thing, and like suddenly we're here like 5 minutes
like,
later.
This is the one where it was like based off the zombie survival one.
You were. No,
Yeah, but
no.
this one, it's. I've stayed away from it because it's fucking sad.
Yeah.
There's an expansion that just adds kids to the bad situation, and you got to take care of the kids. Yeah.
That's worse.
It's one of those games like Shelter, where you're facing these horrible
like
decisions.
The actual gameplay, from what I've seen, is hot garbage.
It's not. It's fine. It's just that the narrative is much more important than the actual gameplay itself. The gameplay is okay.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
It's not hot garbage, though. Hot garbage is that pirate game for NES that got like a 3.8 like overall, you know.
What was that Apocalypse Now ripoff made by the SOCOM devs that everybody fucking jacked off over because they loved it so much story-wise?
America's Army.
No, it was a story-based game, and it was like at the end you have like 8 different endings, and the whole game you're like playing through it, and it seems like a normal military shooter, and then at the end they're like, actually, you killed a bunch of civilians.
Spec Ops The Line.
Yeah, Spec Ops The Line.
Spec Ops The Line, that one. And that game also played like hot garbage.
No, it wasn't hot garbage. The controls were fine. The gameplay was fine. If it had a failing, if it had a failing, it was the fact that it was just Heart of Darkness, but in the modern setting.
Yeah, but it was boring.
For you, it was fine. The gameplay was fine. The shooting was actually okay. It was a 6 or 7 on the 10 scale effort. If what you're saying, the hot garbage isn't bad. It's just okay.
No, see, Chibi, you need to understand that something is either good or fucking awful, and there's no in
No,
between.
I hate that. It's a very French point of view.
11 reasons why you should hate this game.
This is how
thumbnail.
America is raised.
I don't watch those videos. See, look, I just want. Okay, next.
Well, you know, it's fucking Christmas, man. We can talk about something Christmas related, like our favorite game or whatever we got for Christmas. Let's keep it positive.
Hey,
that should be next week for that though, because Christmas is in 2 days.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, so you want to put that next week?
No, I'm saying let's talk about it's Christmas time. Happy holidays.
So if we have time left over, we'll do that, and then. Okay, so
I'm trying to say I don't want to talk about depressing stories. I want to talk about fun shit. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, well.
Islands of Nine now free to play. Studio.
We don't have fun shit on here. We're talking about video games.
Well, that like.
I want to end it on a good note. You chuckle.
Somebody was like all crapping all over it.
What I'm saying made me laugh so hard there.
How dare you have a positive outlook?
No, it's just funny. Like, just talk about favorite Christmas gifts at the end.
For
okay,
real.
Cool.
Christ.
That's fine. I'm happy with that. That's a good ending. And we'll say ho ho, Merry Christmas.
Bitch.
And if you don't celebrate Christmas, go get dunked. I don't know.
Although, if you think about it, this is very Christmas. One person at the table making everyone else feel uncomfortable.
Ooh boy.
Fine, I'll do the thing.
No, when we go live, I got a story that just happened like 2 days ago.
Okay, I've updated topic.
How the hell? 95 tabs. How the hell do you deal with that? You don't.
Right.
That's the thing. It's a mess. Clean up your room, little man.
Yeah, I have 65 tabs open
Cali,
in Firefox and like 12
I do
in
lots
Chrome.
of things at once.
I can't let myself have more than 5.
Oh,
I have
wow.
5 windows with about 100 something each because each one is grouped by subject.
How
and
do you
task.
live?
Very
Easily?
efficiently and quickly because I have lots that I have to do.
No,
Yeah.
that's like having 8 million inboxes. That's how do you... I don't... How do you...
Cali, oh look, here's the thing from work. Let me switch over to the work window. All right, it's this subject. Here's the area. Work in these windows. Separate one to a new window.
Bookmarks
These
do
tabs,
not.
I'm done. Let me
Yeah.
jump over to this. Yeah, it has to be there for me.
Bookmarks do not
Okay,
reward.
look, like, I have a couple piles of papers at work that, like, okay, look, I know what's in this pile, okay? I know it's a fucking mess, but, like, this...
Cali, I'm the IT person for the continent.
That's, fine.
I have people under me, and I have other offices I need to deal with, and I have projects ongoing that I need to, like, just...
Okay, Callie, can you start us off, please?
I'm aghast. I'm in a state of emotional shock right now.
I'll pull us in. Hold on.
No. I got it. Look, this is, as always, a trash fire of a podcast. Welcome to the VGZCast. I'm your host, Cali.
I was going to wait until we have the at here in the stream.
No,
chat,
it's too late.
'cause then
No, fuck it.
Then it's...
No. It's recorded anyway. I don't give a heck. I don't give a frick.
See, I'm going to do another one in a minute, because we'll do a normal one. Holy shit.
There,
Are we even live yet?
Are you?
No, I'm dying.
Slowly. Dying in your arms tonight. Oh, sorry.
Alright, look. Either
Must
way,
have been something I said.
this is Cali. Hello,
Hi.
Deadpool. Deadpool's here.
Hey, folks.
Chibi's here.
This is the most festive of casts.
Zin is here.
Merry Hanukkah.
Our very own Santa from the Polar North.
And Donut is streaming for us. Thank you, Donut. I love you. And I'm still 95 tabs. 95.
That is weak sauce. This is the weakest of sauce.
I don't understand how you live with that, man.
So before we start
to you
the
why
podcast
and how.
today, we're going to apparently talk about
we're gonna
tab
talk
efficiency.
about how much we're gonna have an intervention. That's what we're gonna have. All right,
you have to intervention so many people then, because this is a thing that we do.
Oh my god, I'm like actually in this anyway. Deadpool, what the hell have you been playing this week?
Oh, Smash. Lots of Smash for my friends. I got real good with Zersuit Samus, because Samus is my baby.
Not the baby though.
No, not the baby. Not the baby. Warframe had its new expansion come out, and I finally gotten into that pretty hard because I was kind of avoiding it.
Fortuna?
Yeah, well, Fortuna Part 2 is the new one that just came out, and you fight giant spiders. Giant robot spiders, which are pretty actually interesting boss fight.
I got your joke, Chibi.
Yeah, thank you.
I don't know what they're gonna go from here, because pretty fun fight, but like
upwards. They're going to
space. We're gonna go into space next, and then after that we have the new solar system finally after fucking 5 years. Pokemon Go. Been playing a lot of that. I finally finished the Mew quest.
Oh my god, really?
Yeah.
I still haven't gone there.
Yeah.
I have a major quest still undone.
Fuck Meltan quest. Ditto does not spawn anymore now that I'm level 31. So
just catch everything.
I am, and that is just not happening. Fuck else I've been playing.
I think I've gotten one in the past month, so yeah.
I've been starting Hades for real. It's a good game. It's a real good game. I think if it was any other game studio, it would be banned from Twitch, because you almost see an entirely nude Aphrodite for like anytime she comes on screen.
Sweet.
She has no clothing on, and it's all hair covered. So
that's just Bayonetta then.
Less hair, much less hair covering anything.
Okay.
Yeah. So
more Little Mermaid, I guess.
I mean, you don't see it much. She's only on screen for like maybe 30 seconds, but you don't have to like skip the conversation, so you can. If you're a little kid, it's porn. Let me just say that much.
Because little kids know what. We're not gonna go there. Do you have anything else, Deadpool?
Hades, Smash, that. Oh, I played Warframe on Switch. I've been getting into that, getting people through stuff because a bunch of new people wanting to learn how to play the game. So, if you have a Switch and you have not tried out Warframe yet, you can try it now, and it's free to play. You don't have to have the online pass to play it, just
That's
like
cool.
Fortnite. So,
Did you transfer your account to that, or?
yeah.
Okay.
So I'm fully geared on there. Unfortunately, it's not keeping up with current purchases, so everything I'm doing on my PC is not instantly transferring over. So it's behind my PC version already, but whatever. It's fine. Oh, and I picked up one more thing, Cali. I picked up a Japanese import game at a game store, and I had the biggest, greatest time of my life at that store.
Is it that Gundam one you're showing off your legs with?
Yeah, I spent 3 hours in that store looking through approximately 2,000 PlayStation 2 games. And they had like equal amounts of like Xbox and older shit and a bunch of other Japanese imports games. So if you could think of a system, it was there, and if you guys are interested in a game maybe that you wanted at some point, I can go look for it next time I go.
Bible Black.
Sure. No problem.
I'm down for a copy of Blue Stinger whenever, so if you find one, let me
For
know.
what console?
Dreamcast? Yeah.
Yeah, they might have it. I think I saw it. I actually think I saw that one.
Tell me how much, and then we'll
like
don't
$20.
be a donut and like spend years telling me you're going to send it to me.
No, it's like $20. No, it's like $20. So
all right, yeah, I will
shipping.
send you 25. Google Pay or whatever, or how do you want it? Well, we'll talk about this afterward.
Yeah. Anyways, later. Yeah, game collecting shops are cool. There was an area that had Devil May Cry 1 on an Xbox 360 that they were just like, you could just play this forever. So I know where I'm hanging out for the next 6 years. In a basement downtown.
That
sounds creepy. Anyways.
Yeah, no. It's fine. Everything's fine.
Please move on.
Chibi, hi. Hello. What have you been playing?
I have mostly been working really hard. I'm actually on break right now, so I have this whole pile of stuff I can play. One of my major projects right now is cleaning up my gaming space, and I've been finding all kinds of weird, rare shit, like left and right. So I'm not gonna play the
stuff you forgot you had.
Yes. So I may be doing some funky streams once I set up a few systems during this break of mine, but mostly it's been quick stuff like Dead Cells, playing EDF.
Dead Cells. I randomly tuned into Spooky playing Dead Cells, and the Twitch stuff with that is like surprisingly good. Like Twitch integration in most games is superbly annoying. But
I remember we're doing Vermintide, and some of it got kind of obnoxious.
Yeah. Dead Cells Twitch thing is like, okay, you have a bird partner that follows you, and somebody in the chat can just go pick me, and it's a random thing to be a bird partner, and like you can heal them by typing heal in the Twitch chat. Twitch chat can decide which area you're going to. They can decide what bonus or detriment the next level is going to have. It presents a few random ones. It's pretty neat. It's not superbly annoying like the rest.
That would be fun to try at some point. Then.
Yeah, it's pretty alright.
Okay. I apparently own Lifeline. Who was it that ran that here at VGZ?
Putin.
Oh yeah, that freaking game, dude. I don't know if I look forward to like making the bad Japanese accent in order to get that to actually play.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Have you guys ever played Death Row? Anyone?
No.
Bueller?
Never even heard of it.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
It's an OJ Xbox fighter, a team fighter. It was sort of a blood sports thing, and it had all these cool teams like ninjas and convicts and stuff, and it was kind of like Windjammers / Tron meets Blood Bowl.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. I've never seen this before.
I apparently have 2 copies for some reason. It's a fun game, I'll say that. It was like really cool, really fast paced. But yeah, it's been mostly cleaning. finding weird shit and playing like quick fast games and a little Warframe. But I can't really play Warframe because control support's currently fucked. Reasons.
It happens to him occasionally because of his nonsense setup, which he will not change. So it's
look,
fine.
every few patches they break it.
It's fine.
And they gotta wait.
Do you have some complicated expander setup or what?
No,
I just have an Elite plugged in, like that I plug into my system or use in Bluetooth. It's just that one specific game fucks up. Every other game I have still works fine. It's just Warframe that breaks it occasionally.
Yeah, apparently, Microsoft is kind of like stopping support for the Elite controller. So
they're still selling it though.
Yeah, they will up until the day they don't. So, but on the software side of things, it seems to be.
I'm fact checking this right now.
I haven't heard nothing except from Deadpool. Live fact checking, the best podcast. I also apparently own the Blade quadrilogy. I don't know why.
Fourth Blade movie?
Yeah, it was called The House of Xon, and it was the Sticky Fingers as Blade. It was the pilot.
So that's not
TV.
Blade. Oh, fuck off.
Yeah, no, that's because there was a series which I completely
there was a series,
about.
And that was the pilot for the series apparently.
Oh, it's like fucking RoboCop. Fuck that.
Prime Directives. I like Prime Directives. It was the most RoboCop one thing.
RoboCop like 5 through 9 and TV and animated series. Like no.
Yeah.
Doesn't count.
But have you watched Prime Directives though?
Have I watched Prime Directives? No.
Yeah, it's on my Plex. It was Canadian. It was a 4-part miniseries, and it was very, very RoboCop 1.
It was Canadian. I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
Canadian TV in the 90s and 80s, huh?
Yep. It's
like
magical.
I've heard stories about how bad that shit was for decades now.
You should give it a watch.
Nah, it's good. Anyways,
go for it.
You are the one who ingests horrible shit on a regular basis.
This at least has some nostalgic / entertainment value to it in terms of like, wow, this is a weird thing, but it's kind of cool, but kind of dopey. But no. I've seen some of the shit you enjoy. Like, I like bad TV too.
You were just talking. You put in the topic for the podcast Life Day. Fuck you. All right.
Uh-huh.
But I own up to my bad. I say yes, that is awful, and I love it. This is something else. All right, sorry, Dave.
It just like set me off that Deadpool would be like, I don't know, that sounds bad. Anyway,
something I'll put in that category is the Far Cry movie, starring
Schwarzenegger.
Because
that was Uwe Boll, right?
Yeah, it's not bad enough. It's just okay.
Yeah, that one, and he actually made a really good Postal movie.
I haven't seen. I don't know. I just didn't feel like getting into those.
Right, no one did. I watched it. It was actually good.
It's because it's called Postal. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Hi, Zen.
Hi.
How sick are you?
Let's see. Last week I was completely knocked out. I was coughing up almost blood, but I'm fine now.
Sweet. Yeah. No, I stayed home from work with a fever on Wednesday. I feel you.
Yeah, because last Monday it seriously felt I had a razor stuck down my throat.
Oh, jeez. Well, anyway, video games. What have you been doing? How long were you streaming Path of Exile?
7.5 hours.
Nice.
Yeah, that's normal.
Yeah, well, since I haven't been on these stupid podcasts before, I've been playing a lot of, well, not a lot of video games, actually. I've been playing a lot of, well, I would say we go back to November, and I think it was like second week, started playing Battlefield 5. I have a few opinions about that. Right. And after that, I didn't play much. Like, played a little bit of Path of Exile again. And then I got Farming Simulator 19, actually, because I had a bit of interest in it. And probably because they actually updated the graphics engine quite a bit this time. And the thing is they don't upgrade much, I can say that. And
yeah, the simulator games look pretty okay, generally. Like, not terrible, but not great. They're usually just, they look okay.
The main draw is the experience, and they do enough to get you into that experience.
Yeah, but there are many things they could improve on in farming sim games. But it's by just me looking at it, it's clear they blow the entire load on the machines, the equipment, the 3D models of all of that is great. The environment, the AI and such, that is doo-doo pile of garbage.
It's straight out of what's that game? The not the SimCity one, the other City Skylines.
City
What the fuck is that
Skylines?
Oh, what about it?
The AI for that game is very similar to how shit the AI is in the other one he's playing, the European Truck Driving Simulator 2019. In which case they are just follow roads until no more road, and then turn around, and then keep going, and insane, and they don't care about anything else. So,
well, at least we have mod support for those games that somewhat fix it.
Yeah. Does American Truck Simulator have multiplayer like Euro did?
I haven't actually looked into it, but I would say it feels currently. I would say it feels like ATS or American Truck Simulator probably doesn't have enough content to justify multiplayer, because multiplayer has. Because right now with Euro Truck Simulator and all the DLCs, they have so much road and content you can be on, and yeah, there's just way more stuff in Euro Truck Simulators.
ATS is like 3 state areas, right? With
they recently added a new one as of a few months ago. I remember seeing something for it.
Yeah, stuff like that. It's and the development of states is very slow. And they are still updating and giving content for Euro Truck Simulator, and it's clearly they're putting all their effort on that, and well, it's great, I say.
I'm looking at truckersmp.com. There's a multiplayer mod for the current Truckers games, European and American.
Yeah, I tried it myself, and I remember trying multiplayer for it when it was first released, and my god, it was a desynchronized hellfire happening, really. I remember I spawned in my first time in my truck, I was like, holy shit, it's online, it fucking works. Push down the gas pedal, turn left, and suddenly I am 1,000 kilometers up in the air, my truck is spinning really fast, and I'm experiencing spiral power, and I have no fucking idea what's happening. So yeah, but I restarted the game.
Shit, right there.
Yeah, but I restarted the shit, and it worked again. And the multiplayer mod has improved a lot since then. I've been playing a while, and my wheel that I have is still on my desk here. Haven't been used it for quite some time. I've been thinking about getting back to Euro Truck Simulator. But I'm currently occupied with Path of Exile, which I've been playing now every single day for hours on end.
When did PoE come out again?
Oh, Path of Exile came out in beta 4 years ago.
Didn't it come out like after Marvel Heroes? Like just after that?
I'm not entirely sure, actually.
Because they were both after D3.
Yeah, so as a quick search, it says it was released for Windows on 23rd of October in 2013.
Yeah.
Jeez. Yeah.
5 years ago.
Yeah, and it's the only one still standing, so good on
them for doing that.
Because they're not attached to a major license, yeah.
Yeah, and recently they also got a big economical boost by, well, it's really not that great. It's actually getting bought up by Tencent, but they are still pushing out new content, and they are working closely with Tencent to have a Chinese client. And I've seen the Chinese client, and they have lots more different microtransactions. They even have some additional stuff that we don't have, but hey, it's it's for the Chinese audience players that are like, holy shit, we want to spend more money than the Westerners, blah blah blah, whatever.
Sorry, Dawdy. Have you ever got into those supporter packs in? Because I picked up like a Minotaur one and another one, and a friend of mine got like that really crazy like Lion's armor one, which is insane. But I don't know if you're into that level or not.
I have spent a good amount of money on packs. I'll say that. Okay. I think yesterday I bought the what's it called? Blood starter, the blood pack at the bottom.
Yeah.
And I got I think I got the I'm looking at these new packs. They release completely new supporter packs. I think it was yesterday, 2 days ago.
That's why I was bringing it up, because I just saw the new ones dropping. Some look okay.
Yeah, I was thinking that, and I don't have any apparition microtransactions. I'm thinking maybe get one. And the thing is, I could actually buy one, and I can then, wait a month and then click on the upgrade, and you can just upgrade by tiers by spending more money. But yeah, Path of Exile has, since 2 weeks ago, and we've seen a lot of more people playing it and getting into it. And it probably has a lot to do with, first of all, it started with a new league, which is, if you're coming from Diablo, it's new season, which starts every 3 months. And this league is called Betrayal League. And here's a funny little detail about it, is that it's called Betrayal League, and they had to change that pretty quickly because in October, they decided the new name for the league. And they decided it was going to be called Immortal League. And then came November, and a certain something in America happened. Something called BlizzCon. It's associated with some kind of stupid developer. I know they're called Blizzard or something. And they decided to announce this stupid Diablo Immortal mobile game. Everybody absolutely loved it. I mean, there were so many people with erect dicks in the arena at the time.
Yeah,
So GGG, or Grinding Gear Games, the developers of Path of Exile, they went, oh fuck, we need to change the name because it felt like a mockery otherwise. So they changed it to Betrayal League, and I can see why they want to call it Immortal League. It's because the current league mechanic has something to do with something called the Immortal Syndicate, and it
sounds like what sucks about that is, like, just because you're first doesn't mean that a bigger company won't sue you to get the name, which is what fucking happened with Avatar. So
but they still did it. They just changed the name and
to avoid it.
But I just love how they actually take a stab at Diablo Immortal in the game still through an NPC. So with the new league also came something which a lot of people have been waiting for. It's a master rework. So a thing in Path of Exile is masters. It's a bunch of NPCs you can talk to. You invite them to your hideout. Everybody can have
companions. Got it.
Yeah, you do missions for them, and you get stuff, really. Crafting, new content to explore. They changed all of that and put all the old masters into the Immortal Syndicate to sort of like play into they betrayed us and blah, blah, whatever. So there's this one single guy, NPC called Einhar, and he is the bestiary guy in the game. And bestiary was a league a couple of leagues ago, which was pretty garbage. I can tell you that. It was not good. But people loved Einhar, and now it's back as a master in the game, and it's so much more improved. And of course, they all have new voice lines. So here's the part where they decided to have some fun. So Einhar, when he joins you in maps, he will join you, and you kill monsters that have a certain skull above them, and he will automatically then throw nets to capture them, and he will say something catchy or something. And every now and then, he will say a line that sounds like, "What? You don't have nets, Exile?" And that is like, oh yeah.
Yeah, the punch at Blizzard. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what they're doing. And the thing is, my start in Path of Exile this league was kind of slow, but now it's much more fun. I mean, it's a bit bad RNG, and I'm playing with a bunch of other people. It sucks that the guild leader, he is playing on because Path of Exile has like multiple different modes you can play. Yeah. He plays in SSF, which stands for Solo Self-Found, which you can. There's a checkbox you can just mark, and SSF means that you cannot trade with anybody during SSF. So you can forget about partying up with somebody, forget about going to PoE.trade and search for items, forget about all that. But you can, of course, merge back. Yeah, you can merge your character back to what we call Trade League, but not the other way around. So yeah, yeah, that's about it, really. I haven't played anything else but that. Though I'm still sitting here on the Generation Zero Discord, and every day we're asking new beta. We're never getting it.
Oh yeah, that
Generation Zero.
That game, it's that like stalker looking game, but with the giant. I remember the reveal. It looks neat.
Yeah, I played the closed beta of it, and they like 2 days ago they had a reveal stream showing one of the new robot enemies. And yeah, so it is yeah, I can see why people wonder what the hell this game is, and everybody, of course, asked for the Swedish artist Simon Stålenhag, which I'm sure that quite a few people know about because of his art that is extremely 80s inspired, a mix of 80s and post-apocalyptic areas or robotics, really. 80s with robotics. I think everybody has seen art by him.
Yeah.
And yeah, and when they reveal Generation Zero, people have wondered, does Simon have something to do with this? And everybody has kept asking him, and he said, no, we had absolutely nothing to do with this. But it's very, very clear that he inspired them. Well, pretty much the entire game is inspired by his drawings and stories that he's made up. And
yeah, there's nothing wrong with, an inspiration. It's like, hey, this is fucking cool. Let's make something based off this.
Yeah, so it's so the game is like Simon's drawings. It's based on an 80s like retro future version of Sweden, where you have to go from house to house. It's think like DayZ, but you have to avoid getting caught by robots, and it's co-op only. Well, co-op really. You don't have to PvP at all. So that's what it balanced about it. And so it looks interesting. I'm hoping for new beta soon. Well, we still don't have a release date. So we'll see what releases first, Generation Zero or Bannerlord.
Yeah.
Bannerlord.
Well, we'll see. We'll see.
One of those two things has money. So I'm going with the one that has money.
All right. I have basically been playing... I've been playing nothing but Overwatch, and the winter event on Overwatch is still going on, and Surge absolutely loves the snowball game, the Maze Snowball Hunt. I also really like that mode, just because it's tense. One shot, one hit, one kill, and it's neat, and I play it all the time when it's here, and then miss it when it's gone. Been playing Pokemon Go. We'll get to that.
We'll get to that later.
Soul Calibur, I beat the main part of the main story mode, but I still need to go through it with most people in their own little branch of the story mode. And also,
the Libra of Soul Sword is like running at the same time as the main story, right? It's like a side story.
Yes. It was interesting because I finally got around to finishing that main part of the main story, and you do a battle that you do in Libra of Soul, but from the other side. So it's literally running at the same time, but also all these completely different things are happening. There's a lot in Libra of Soul, man. There's a lot. There's so many side battles that keep popping up that you don't have to do, and they're super generic, but you get stuff. So, and you also have to, because you're on a world map, so you're like, okay, I'm going to branch off from the main path and spend gold that I've earned to go to this side battle. And, literally you can run into random battles on the way to those side battles like a friggin' RPG. It's weird. I still like Soul Calibur a whole bunch. I'll pay money for that season pass eventually.
And it's going to be the next headliner because Dragon Ball FZ is dead for tournaments. So
there's a lot of hearsay right now. Other than
the head of Evo said it's not coming back. So
he said it's unfortunate to see what happened. He hasn't said anything official yet. I don't know. He's just he did the same shit with Marvel. So I don't know. I think he's
okay. I didn't know that.
He did the same shit. Like he was just like, it's a shame to see the community for MVCI dying so fast. And
I mean, it
was. But yeah, but the head of Evo also saying that, like, basically puts this idea into a bunch of people's heads. Like, oh well, if he says it must be dead.
No, the thing with Dragon Ball FC is something else. Anyways, moving on.
Also Toei sucks. Also, anyway, I've been playing
more, huh? Shit.
Basically just Wordament. It's this word game on mobile.
Another one.
I like it a whole bunch. Yes, another one.
Like, sorry, I wasn't saying another one. I mean, like, it sounded like it was like another Solitarica kind of thing.
No. It's a word game. It's like you're given a 4x4 grid of letters, and you have to make words out of, like, Boggle.
Yeah.
But it's an Xbox game and has achievements, and so
But getting back onto that horse, huh?
But no, it's
not yet.
It's a game I'm playing while I'm at work. That's
right.
That's one of those.
That's yeah.
But yeah. I haven't played too much. I tracked down. I've been trying to 100% Hollow Knight, and it's hard because I think you can get like 121% now or something because of all the DLC.
Right.
I forgot what the percentage is. The God Eater DLC is just a bunch of boss rushes, and like the problem with that is that like there's like 3 boss rushes in the God Home area, and
right.
It's like, oh, the first one is like a bunch of early bosses. And then this one boss that it took me 80 times to beat. So like, and like when you die, you have to start that boss rush all over again. And there's no checkpoints, even though they give you a bench. I guess that's just change your badges. I don't know. But shit is hard. That fucking third boss rush starts with the B Knight boss, which took me fucking forever to beat. So like, God, it's so hard. And the final boss of the Grim Troop DLC, which was just one of those, like, hey, we're going to send you all over the map, and you have to hunt down these things and kill them and then bring them back and then do a boss fight. And now I've been trying to beat the Dream version of that boss, and it's just the hardest shit. It's so... I need to get good.
You'll get good. You'll get there.
I need... There's also a couple things I need to do for, like, the second true ending, the new true ending. There's, like, there's an item you get from an NPC that you have to take across the entire map without getting hurt, without taking fast travel, and you have to give it to another NPC in order to do this fucking quest, and it's absurd.
While underwater.
Basically. It's ridiculous. It's like, okay,
pass.
yeah, no, like I want to do this, but also like, fuck, it sucks. It sucks so much ass. like I love Celeste, but I'm never gonna do those B-sides. I'm never gonna do those C-sides, and I'll just knock a new story out. They just added fucking modifiers to make Celeste harder.
Yeah. Because they need more challenges to get more people to play longer. Exactly.
Have you seen the seaside levels? Like, God.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But no, harder. Anyways.
That's. I think that's it for me.
Cool.
I've been spending today cleaning. Putting up.
Ooh, cleaning.
I have a lot of vinyl that I use as wall decoration, and I've been hanging that up, and
that's cool.
Just getting ready for Christmas.
This is Christmas.
Christmas.
Happy New Year.
There's a holiday coming? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no. Listen, don't worry about it.
Alright, I won't.
Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Oh, dude.
There's not a lot of releases happening right now.
Yeah, just go over them real quick because I don't know any of them. If anybody knows any of these, fucking please call it out. I have no idea.
Let's see what was listed here. Arrow, I have that on Xbox. It's a pretty neat game. It's kind of a hard music game though. It's res-like, but like if you had to basically there's like the res shooting where you hover your cursor over a bunch of things and shoot that when you let go. But also you have to move your character along this track with the music. It's a neat idea, but it's kind of hard. Like it's some patting your head, rubbing your tummy shit. I like it. I like the music in that game. It's just kind of hard. Also on here, yeah, you're right. I don't know any of these games.
Yeah, it's all a bunch of Switch Arcade releases. I have no idea.
Yeah.
It's the end of the year, folks. Games are done releasing. We'll see you in January where 15,000 games release, and in February where the rest of the games are going to release. The end!
Here's some garbage for the Switch.
Yeah, the Switch store is starting to get in. I mean, it's been insanely crowded since a while. I don't know. Like, people shit on the Steam store for this kind of crap, and it's been happening.
Steam store got better though. Is this ever going to improve? Maybe.
I don't know.
Most stores end up like this is the problem. Like the most curated one right now is maybe the Discord store because it's so small.
No, that's not curated. That's just small. That's not the same thing we're talking about.
No, I'm saying that it's okay, but it's the most restricted because of that. And Epic Game Store is, according to them, about to open up pretty soon. So other random crap will start showing up, not just
like Steam is honestly the most curated digital store.
But there's also like all the crap up there too.
Yeah, for sure. But it's still the one that's...
you just don't see it,
right? Which is a curation. Like
they've been making a better effort at like shoving that stuff to the side. Like it's there, but we're not going to put it up on the front.
Versus every other digital platform that almost literally immediately gave up on that. They were like, "Okay, here's all the games. Bye."
I guess, yeah.
Apple Game Store, look at you.
Apple, Android, Xbox, PS4.
Yeah, the Google Store is pretty bad about recommending me, just like puzzle game, free to play, not online. That's the title of the game.
It has ads. Those ads have guaranteed viruses. You can't block them. Goodbye.
Yeah.
Battlefield of Honor, Black Ops Edition.
All right, I think we're done with the releases then.
All right.
Why? We must talk about Arc 2.0. I mean Atlas.
Man, I saw
I don't
those
think
clips.
anybody here wants to talk about Atlas.
Okay, then we're done.
I have one question. What is Atlas?
The pirate game from the Arc developers that's open world, and they're trying to make it an MMO.
Didn't I see a trailer for a pirate expansion for Arc, or was that actually...
No, that was this game.
That is the game.
That was this game.
I could have sworn it was advertised as an expansion for Arc.
Yeah, but it made a game instead of it.
Because remember, Saints Row 4 was originally going to be just like executive power, something like that, like an expansion. They said, you know what? We can make a whole game out of this.
Check out General Chat real quick. Somebody made fucking Naruto and Warframe. Anyways. Yeah.
You're a goober. You're a fucking goober.
I am. I absolutely am.
Oh yeah. And if you missed just a tiny bit about Atlas, is that if you missed this, is that you can probably find a live stream fail on Reddit. Is that if you open up the game on PC where it's only place it's available right now, you plug in your controller, Xbox controller, you can actually find a hidden button below the exit button. And if you press A while you don't see the cursor, you press A, it opens up the Arc options menu in Atlas.
Yeah,
which just shows it is an Arc with a new skin on top of it.
No, that's bullshit. It's just developers using the base of their old game to make the new games. Unless you want to say something like fucking Battlefield 5 is the same. Is like they're all built on the same groundwork.
That's a bad example, Deadpool.
No, Deadpool.
No, that's a perfect example.
No, it's not, because this is more. We actually just took the bulk of the old game and refashioned some stuff.
That's a lot of games. That's a lot of games.
It's not most. No.
I will always argue in favor of like.
No, there's engine and we just took the other game and we messed with it.
And that's a lot of games.
No, it's not.
No, that's.
It's easy to say that's a lot of games, but it's not.
No, see, Deadpool has this thing where he says stuff, and therefore it's true.
I can get the list.
No, look, I saw the clip of the Russian streamer like literally had Arc open and also Atlas open, and that menu was exactly the same. But clearly they
left the menu in there.
They didn't want you to see that menu.
Okay, like here's an example of a game I'm playing right now. In Warframe, there is elements dating back in this game.
To Dark
There's
Sector.
menus from fucking Star Trek that people found in this game. Is this the same game as the fucking Star Trek 2010 game? No. But it's built using the same exact elements.
Yeah, like 2 of them. It's not
Engine.
like... That's why...
No,
yeah.
I'm saying the gunplay in Warframe is still the same game as Star Trek. Like, the movement, the camera,
because Gamebryo games had
characters-
similarities, but it wasn't the same game refashioned over and over to be something else slightly.
I think the difference here is that Atlas is using... Okay. Atlas is using a fucking menu that players weren't meant to see. Also, it's this thing that's still in a beta that only streamers will allow in.
Yeah, that's
so
bullshit.
like it's this really fucking early thing, and they have time to polish it up and clean the dirty spots like
I'm
this.
not going to defend the developers because they're fucking trash piles. Like, Ark is a fucking mess, and they fucking abandoned it. That's horse shit.
And made 3 other versions of it to sell to you as well.
Yeah, and the Switch version is the biggest goddamn pathetic example of a video game I've ever seen. Fucking lower resolution than the Super Nintendo, my dudes. Excuse me?
Graphics are hard. Didn't you hear that?
Yeah, apparently made in paint. Yeah, but like no, it's if you want to call something like fucking Gears of War 2 a new game over Gears of War 1, or like fucking Halo 2 is a new game over Halo 1, or like fucking Warframe is different than Dark Sector, but like it's all built on old shit that developers have been using. Like the whole thing where the developers of the Fallout Shelter game that got in trouble because they used assets from their old game, like this is a thing in the games industry because they don't have enough time to make a new game.
No, I thought I thought the Fallout Shelter thing was that they used assets from a completely different game that wasn't theirs.
Yeah.
No, so they were making
flexed it from outside.
they're making what, the Walking Dead game? After Fallout Shelter? Was that what it was, Chibi?
Oh, Bethesda had assets from the Westworld mobile game in Fallout Shelter. That's what it was.
Other way around. But Westworld game was the one they were making after Fallout Shelter.
Okay.
That they were getting sued by Bethesda because the assets Bethesda technically owned those assets.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You right. Anyway.
So
look, man. Yeah, it's still an early game.
It's going to be a fucking trash pile just like Ark.
Yeah, I'm not going to apologize for it. I'm just saying, yeah, when a game is a sequel, that's maybe a little different. Like, you know, whatever. Yeah, you're right. It's a trash fire, but also I will give this a pass for now because 1, you weren't meant to see it. 2, it's super early access beta.
I can't wait till the big ones of installing this has made my computer explode. Like, ran something where the CPU ran so quick and so hot that my water cooler burst. Some bullshit.
In other wonderful news, Telltale's Walking Dead is going to be exclusively on PC on the Epic Game Store which is weird, but it feels like Epic was just like, yo, we'll give you money. So, you know.
And Skybound was like, hey, it'd be nice if someone gave us money to do this thing.
Yeah, because Skybound is a subdivision of a comic book company, basically. Like,
Kirkman.
Yeah, like
Previously Funkotron.
it's still coming out on consoles the same.
Yeah.
Which is also kind of weird, but they're helping make this. So
It's important to note that if you did buy the season pass on somewhere, say Origin or Steam or whatever, you will get the rest of your content there. But from now on, it's only for sale on Epic Game Store.
Oh, so if you bought this on Steam, you still get it on Steam right now?
Yeah.
That's nice of them.
You will get the rest of it there.
That's good. I mean, not nice. That's like what required by law, basically.
Yeah.
But
yeah, so this isn't an exclusivity thing. It's also going to be on the Epic Store, right? Is that what?
Yeah.
Well, they'll only sell if you already bought it on Steam. You get it there.
Yeah,
but
like I can't buy it on
Steam.
Steam.
Only for sale on Epic.
I cannot buy this on Steam because I did not buy it on Steam.
Yeah.
I still don't know how to feel about this fucking thing. Like,
feel how you want to feel.
Like, I don't feel.
With your hands mostly.
I don't feel clean buying this, but
you already bought it.
No, I didn't actually.
Oh, then
because I honestly was kind of waiting until a couple episodes came out, and because fucking Telltale, you know. But we're on episode 3 now, which comes out on the 15th of January. And like man, I really care about Clementine, you know, but also
not
like
this much.
I now that Epic and Skybound are making this, I wouldn't be giving money to Telltale, right? Like,
no,
I guess that's okay. I guess it's okay now. Maybe.
No, it's the guys who fucked over Telltale that are basically getting this money now. They didn't sell the product. Like, it's still in the people who fucked over the developers at Telltale best interest that this game sells well. So if you're on that kind of thing, no.
Well,
this is still
those guys aren't. No, those guys aren't making the game anymore.
They're not part of Skybound though.
They Skybound is
are
Kirkman's,
the ones.
No, the people in charge of Telltale are gone and doing their own thing now, and whatever the fuck that is, you know, snorting coke in the Bahamas or whatever.
It's Kirkman who's the IP holder. Who's taking it up on his
It's
team.
his company.
He bought
IP.
He bought the rights to the game development.
Yeah, he Skybound Games is who is making Telltale Walking Dead now.
I would say possibly look into it further if you're not sure.
What you're thinking is the whole, we'll have a skeleton crew on hand to finish it. That was going to be Telltale, but they're not doing that anymore.
I know it's Skybound Games, but if any of this money is still going back to those two assholes who ran Telltale into the fucking ground, like...
No, it's a different company making the game now. That's what this whole thing is. Like, I
kind of still view it as them just trying to swap faces.
But
it's
a whole different company.
No,
like,
it's in your analogy, it's different bodies now. That's doing it. That just, although it's still apparently called Telltale's The Walking Dead, which is weird.
But this isn't Aeon and Arthur Anderson, you know, just like, we just switched two key CEOs and now it's the same, like, you know,
yeah, this isn't Digital Homicide. This is fucking legit companies. Like, no, Skybound owns The Walking Dead, and they're in control now with the help of Epic.
Mm-hmm.
We're excited to work together on their latest transformative event with the launch of the Epic Game Store. Epic stepped up to the plate immediately to work with us in order to bring the original team back together and ensure fans will receive the completed season of Telltale's Walking Dead final season. So, Skybound are the people making this game.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's okay. So maybe I will give them money now. It is the Walking Dead people getting and making this game. So anyway.
Yes.
It's
Continue, please.
It's weird. It's extremely weird.
It's gonna be one of those. Let's just let the dust settle and look back on it. Things.
Yeah, that's
it's
definitely
a
the
mess.
position I'm taking because I don't even want to risk giving those assholes any money.
I'm looking at
To be fair though, I checked out after season 1, so this is all Cali.
I played season 3 on stream. Y'all saw.
I did.
I still very much care about my Clementine, and I haven't watched anything from this season because I want to absorb it myself. And then all this shit happened, and as far as I know, there's still litigation involved with Telltale, and I will wait until this episode comes out and see what is going on. If there's any hubbub, any smoke on the street, and I will go from there. But this is a story that I wanted to see finished that has been mired with lots and lots of unfortunate events, a series, if you will, of unfortunate events, and I will see what happens when this episode comes out.
Next time on Dragon Ball Z.
Right. Sony accidentally disclosed the number of players for every PS4 game. Why does this matter?
This is sales numbers. Sales numbers matter for actually determining what the truth of the industry is and where everything's going. And,
Which is why these numbers are the hardest ones to get.
Because this is why Steam Spy was such a big thing and why Valve disabled achievement numbers, because Steam Spy was using those numbers to figure out what the actual player counts on games were.
Holy fuck, 25 million people playing Minecraft on PS4. What the hell?
And FIFA outnumbers literally everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is why whenever you get a scam email or attempted taking your account, it's usually people trying to get it so they can use your money to buy FIFA packs.
Yeah. FIFA is absolutely disgusting. I'm surprised that... what game was that that's hanging in there? One of the games on there, I was really surprised that's actually doing a lot better than... Rocket League outdoing Fortnite. That was surprising. I'm not too surprised about FIFA because FIFA players are insane.
Also, is this current numbers?
This was 5 days ago.
No, is this
concurrent?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the number, right? That's the word.
This is concurrent numbers when that leaked.
There's a picture of the top 6 PS4 games, and 3 of them are FIFA.
Yeah.
FIFA 16 not on there, though. FIFA 15 and 17 and 18 are on there, though. What's up with that? Anyway.
That is Sony's European presence. They're there. Remember back in the Super Nintendo to OG Xbox days when you look at those sales lists in Europe and every game there was way different than anywhere else, and people were like, what the hell are half these games? Why is there another asterisk and obelisk? Yeah, it's because FIFA's always in the top, and then people just make shit.
I mean, it's not just Europe though; it's worldwide. This is worldwide numbers.
Yeah, that makes sense considering all this. 19 million people in Europe and Australia for Fortnite, not
worldwide on
US,
that one,
which is one interesting and two.
Fortnite might be biggest worldwide, possibly.
It is entirely possible. I was going to say Fortnite PS4 is a fairly new thing too. They didn't put that on PS4 until after everything else.
Even without microtransactions, this would still be the numbers.
That's kind of crazy. I don't know.
It's also important to point out that FIFA is the microtransaction leader for its company.
Oh, and, Ultimate Team and all that.
Any other boxes they may have put
somewhere else
came from this.
These numbers were not updated in real time. They are from a specific random day in middle of November. First guess was about November 20th to December 4th. So it was just one day where they...
Those are interesting but not surprising numbers, I guess.
I mean, the FIFA being 3 of the top 6 of 3 different FIFAs.
The fact that was FIFA 15, there are that many people still playing The FIFA from 3 years ago, yes.
That was.
Also, Rocket League kind of doesn't surprise me because that was free once, and so there's. I feel like the PS4 Rocket League base will always be bigger because it was free at one point.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Moving on. Chugging along.
Star Citizen continues to not be a game.
Yeah, so I put this on the list because there was one quote from apparently somebody who knows corporate finance, and from what I've been learning, this is actually pretty legitimate. This is the first time Star Citizen has ever expressed numbers of how much money they are spending versus how much money they are getting.
Corporate finance was my favorite heel wrestler of the 80s. Please continue.
Right next to Isaac Yankem.
That's correct.
In the IRS.
Isaac Yankem, BDS, thank you very much. He didn't go to school for nothing.
According to their current numbers, without further investments, they're going to run out of money late 2019.
Sweet.
So we'll see.
We'll get a botched together release.
We'll see if they actually get something together. They're spending a lot of money and they're not really producing any quality products yet. Everything's in beta and alpha, and they haven't done any releases yet.
Okay.
We look forward to early access in 2019.
And somebody else had a good quote on this. I just want to say this real quick, Cali, before you do your bit, because it was actually pretty funny. Where the fuck is that? Fast forward to 4 years from now, so we can discuss how Chris Roberts shut down the project.
Yep.
So, what were you saying, Kelly?
What is Star Citizen? Because everything I've heard about it seems like it's about as content light as No Man's Sky on launch.
Star Citizen is not out. There have been betas and releases. What it is it's like Elite Dangerous. It is a space exploration / fighting, like dogfighting game. Where the complications happen is that procedurally, as they had more ideas and more needs of funding, every time they said we need to get more cash, they said, you know what? We have the system for this new game mode in Star Citizen. Now it's an FPS as well. Now it's also this. Now there's also all kinds of trading. Now there's VR. Yeah, that's in it, and it kept ballooning, and they set up all these side studios and companies to work on all these project parts of this big major thing. And no one's really sure what it is, but it's been promising a lot of things to a lot of people.
So it's the ultimate in feature creep.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay.
It is the ultimate feature creep game of all time.
Mark Hamill and Malcolm McDowell are in this game, and I'm like,
I think they still are, but their stuff was recorded now years ago.
Yeah,
so
that was 3-4 years ago when I saw that.
They're not gonna remember that. No one
they got some fucking names for this game. Why is Elite Dangerous doing everything right and Star Citizen is nothing's
Elite
happening?
Dangerous didn't have Chris Roberts' money, and Chris Roberts has money because he knows how to market himself extremely well.
So he's a Donald Trump of video games. Okay, thank you. All right.
Except he actually releases things that are good. So when he does release things,
Yeah, I was about to say this hasn't come out yet. This isn't.
Except
no, this is banking on a lot of names and cred. If this burns, he burns himself.
Oh, he does not burn himself. He nukes himself. He's going to be the worst thing ever if this fails. He's been building it for too long. So
speaking of the worst thing ever, Halo. Never mind. I'm kidding. Deadpool, talk about Halo Infinite while I go pee.
Yeah.
It's on the news list at the bottom. Quick bits.
Yeah. So fuck. Jesus. They've taken a lot of player concerns to heart. Since Halo 5, because although Halo 5 sold well and did financially really well, really well, so much so that it essentially has funded all further Xbox development. All those game purchases, all those studio purchases that they've been doing has been off the backs of Halo 5. So, but from a critical standpoint and from a player fun standpoint, Halo 5 is the worst game they've ever made.
It was not fun. Deadpool and myself tried. We streamed it and we tried playing, and whoever it wasn't Master Chief was like, that game wasn't built for alternate control schemes.
It
I
wasn't.
tried mine and it didn't work. I couldn't play the game because it was only meant for like the default.
Yeah, it's a bad game for a lot of reasons, but
Also, the armor suck.
yeah. So they took a lot of that back. One of the big things that I care about is that this game will have 4-player split screen at launch, because when this game came out, remember that quote, Cali, from the head of Xbox at the time of, "Oh, everybody plays online."
Oh, you
Don
mean Don
Matrick?
Matrick, the man who ruined everything?
Yes.
Unless you're in a submarine, you have an internet connection. Yeah. Which, frankly, I gotta say, like, this entire time, they've just been trying to, like, dig out from under Don Matrick.
Yeah.
Seriously. Oh my god.
Yeah. And just, like, recently, maybe in the half years or so, they're coming out. They're doing some pretty good stuff, but
they're
it's
going to
so
get
much
there
work.
anyways. So that's coming out. It definitely does seem like Halo Infinite is going to be a open world game, which is a lot different than anything we've played before, except for maybe ODST, but that was kind of very limited.
That was a hub world that sent you on missions.
Right, but that was about the closest we've ever gotten. Now, since Cali knows nothing about the lore, and I think, Chibi, you haven't read the books for like a decade now.
Oh, hold on. I can tell you a couple things about Halo. Okay.
He wants to show off the lore.
Okay.
Cortana and Durandal. Continue.
John 117.
Uh-huh.
He's a ginger.
Cortana.
Uh-huh.
Cortana went bad.
Okay, that's all in the games, yeah.
Rampant.
There was the giant Halo, the thing, the Halo blew up.
Uh-huh.
And then
So
there were a
that's
bunch
Halo
more.
1.
There were a bunch more Halos, right?
Yeah, that's Halo 2 and 3.
Okay.
And Reach was the best one. Continue.
Hold on. What's his face from Firefly?
Yeah, he's become a bigger
ODST.
thing, and he's not going to be in the next one because, I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, that's all I got. Oh,
Yeah,
Arbiter.
so,
Arbiter, he was in Killer Instinct.
They
was.
really have kind of gone the way of Star Wars with the lore, which is fine. I like EU, and I don't like what Disney is doing with Star Wars, so I'm actually having kind of fun with the expanded universe lore of Halo lately.
So Halo
figure-
2
if you wanna
is
go
part of the
back-
Legends canon. That's what you're saying.
No, Halo 2 is main
We gotta
canon.
go back to Pathways into Darkness.
Like,
There's no way Master Chief could learn how to use that energy sword so fast.
There's anime, there's manga, there's books, there's comic books, there's TV shows, there's live action stuff. That is all part of the main lore now. Anyways, in one of these things, they are like, oh, the Halos in the games aren't even the first Halos. Those were the weaponized smaller ones. There were original ones that were a lot bigger and a lot more. And so this new game is going to be on Halo times 10.
Sweet.
So it's 10 Halos bolted together. Got it.
Halo Infinite +1. There you go.
Yeah, basically, that's essentially what this game is going to be.
So wait, will the Infinity actually be involved? Is that where you deploy
There's
from?
theories going on of like, oh, it's going to crash, and then it's going to be like your hub.
Oh, okay.
Because like, Callie, do you remember the end of Halo 5 at all?
I don't know anything about Halo 5.
So
There really
at the end of
wasn't
Halo
an
5,
It
Cortana
was Halo
becomes the
2 all
bad
over
guy.
again?
At the end of Halo 5, Cortana becomes the bad guy and gets super
I
robots.
heard that. Yes.
Yeah, she gets super robots to take over the universe, and she does.
Sweet.
And everybody else is on the run. So, yeah.
So Cortana is Shodan now.
Yep. Yeah.
But not
but
in
it
six.
might not actually be Cortana. It could just be her like ghost copy thing or whatever. She was.
Oh, so. Oh no, that's a great segue. Never mind.
Yeah, do it, because I'm done with this.
Okay. Speaking of, Hey,
Yeah.
new Street Fighter 5 character Kage. Here's why he's
But
dumb.
Is it really?
Here's why he's dumb. Because fucking alright. So let's put fucking evil Ryu back in the game, right? But he's not Ryu. He's not Ryu. He's a manifestation of the Dark Hado, who Ryu pushed out of his body, but the Dark Hado is pissed, and he took on the shape of Ryu because fucking whatever.
Cali, you know what this is? This is just Shadow Jago. This is just Shadow Jago. That's
yeah,
it.
no, it's not any less dumb.
It's great. That's the best. It's the best because it makes fighting games
okay,
bad.
Evil Ryu.
I'd say it's great and the best. Hold on. But the problem is, they've been in like a character like creativity drought for a while. If this was like a one-off, I'd be down for it. But
no,
like,
it's great because it's the worst it's ever been.
No,
and it's gonna get worse. I can't wait.
Like, okay,
we still
have 8 million
budget or interest from our company. We got to do something.
You know what we're gonna do next?
We still have 8 million Street Fighter characters we can pull from. Like, why the fuck do you need another Ryu?
No. You know what we need next?
Oh my god.
He is
you know
the
what
Goku.
you need next?
He's become the Goku.
Street Fighter 5 has actually had a pretty diverse cast.
We're
like,
gonna have
all things considered.
evil.
wait,
Oh fuck! What's his name? Flash Kick. Jesus Christ, brain dead.
Guile. No, we have Nash. We have Nash already.
We're gonna have evil Guile.
We have Nash already. He's evil. He's a zombie. He has the shadow shit.
No. This is evil Guile. This is evil Guile, though.
But is he violent Guile?
No, he's just evil Guile.
Okay,
just to
but he's
fuck
not
with the
violent.
people who wanted evil Ryu. Because fuck you, apparently.
The game is going to be full of people who can do sonic booms now. Thank you. Okay.
Has there been any other characters in Street Fighter called evil whatever?
There's Violent Ken from
SNK
so we
versus
need Capcom.
We need not Violent Ken. We need his name's gonna be like
Vicious.
No, because Kage means what in Japanese? Ninja or something?
Shadow.
So we need something that means like fucking water in Japanese or some stupid shit.
Oh, we have a character called Itadakimasu. Okay, and it's Rufus's evil being. You know what? Whatever, man. We have we have
Mizu. Yeah, it'll be Ken, but just name him Mizu.
We have so many characters. Like, they've been pulling all these Street Fighter Alpha characters for 5. Like, why can't we get like, even if you're gonna be a shitty baby about it and reuse assets and shit, put in June and Julie, the dolls. Put in fucking bring DiCaprio back. I don't know. Fuck. DiCaprio was kind of interesting. All right, we're gonna. Man, I was trying to stay positive. Now I'm sad.
Oh, Deadpool's here. You can't do that.
All right, here. I have a posse. right now. It's not on the docket.
You should have looked at it.
Charles Martinet, known for his roles in the Runner games.
And the game.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he was in Runner 2.
No, I meant the movie, the game.
Oh, okay. Right. Oh God.
We were trying to keep it positive. Keep going.
Charles Martinet got a Guinness World Record last week for performing the most video game voiceovers of the same character. As of Smash Ultimate, he has done Mario 100 times. 100 video Marios. 100 Marios. We just need to keep going until we get to what was it? 218?
128.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Alright.
Oh, good job, Charles. Way to keep that paycheck coming.
He's doing it, man.
Yeah, he's doing it. And apparently picking up people in bars using the Mario voice.
I don't want to think about it.
Alright.
Charles Martinet is a pure man to me, and I want to keep it that way.
Oh, no.
He's... Anyway. What? Okay, I'm looking at the story. A PlayStation emulator on a Super Nintendo Classic runs PlayStation games better than the same emulator built into Sony's own PS1 Classic.
Yep.
Is that just the hardware is better somehow?
Just the hardware.
The hardware is better in the SNES Classic than the fucking PlayStation Classic, and it can run the same fucking games on both. And the SNES Classic runs it better.
That's crazy to me.
That's the problem. Like, okay, the classics, the Nintendo ones, say what you will, they're solidly made. They play what they're supposed to play. They play them well. The Sony Classic, everything about it just screams like, we got to put one out. Just throw something together. Put it out there.
Yeah, same thing with the Sega one. Same thing with the Atari one. Same thing with a lot of the other ones.
There's been a million Sega ones.
Got like a rich tradition going back to like the DuckTales stuff from like the '90s, like the cheapy like Southern American market. You know.
Yeah, there's been 8 million consoles. Genesis mini things. Like that's. There's been almost as many of those as there have been like 8 million games in one. All these NES games that are bootleg and shit. You know.
Yeah, but this is like hardware. This isn't like some small like Brazilian shop. This is hardware and technological giant Sony crapping out this like that quality system.
Yep.
On the rush.
Yeah, no, I agree. Like the fact that all these games had the fucking PAL versions is absurd to me, and it does scream rush job, honestly.
Like, yeah, it was gonna get hacked, but. Man, this is just a lazy thing they made. Yep.
And I was at Best Buy yesterday, and I saw bins full of them. So that demand is not as high as they thought it would be. Probably.
Word of mouth got around on it is the problem. Like people like talked about it quick.
Yeah,
like, I got that email from the Amazon Treasure Truck that I got for the SNES Classic, where I like Snap went up on the first day without like even looking for it. I got the email for this one. I was like, nah, I don't need it.
Marketing people always underestimate word of mouth.
Almost
always.
I feel like there's a difference between the nostalgia demand between PlayStation stuff and old Nintendo stuff.
Oh, no, it's not a difference. It's a world.
Like
there are people who always know who Mario is.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Who
like,
the fuck is gonna know Crash?
All the people who used to play video games and don't anymore, like their memories are of the Super Nintendo at latest. Super
Dude,
Nintendo
I know people my age who know Mario and don't know anybody from Sony.
Yeah.
Oh, you play the Fortnite machine, right?
If I could say, the NES and Super NES classics. Like demand was there, like selling out all this crazy stuff. I've seen these Sony classics going for like 75 or like with gift card or something like or 50 or whatever. They're trying to push these out the door. They can't get rid of them.
I was there the day they came out. We sold them all out. The next week they came back. We didn't sell a single one.
Great.
Because all the scalpers were day one and be like, oh, I can totally resell. No.
Nope. Eat the loss.
Speaking of loss,
continue.
Beyond Good and Evil 2 is an online multiplayer game with a rich co-op and seamless experience, Ubisoft explained. As such,
that's fine.
Game...
I'll just play single player by myself offline, and occasionally I'll go online. Right?
As such, the game will only be playable with an internet connection in order to have seamless navigation, receive dynamic updates, and play with friends, which is certainly better when you're playing as a space pirate. Ubisoft is the worst at finishing a franchise, concluding a story. Where the fuck is my sequel to Prince of Persia 2008? I says. Where the fuck is my conclusion to the story? The story that was in Beyond Good and Evil 1 that ended on a cliffhanger with Paige getting fucking taken away. What the absolute shit? Fuck this game and everything about it.
Trash can. Trash can. Fucking trash can. It wasn't going to make any money.
Nobody that was a fan of this... It's one of those, like, you're using this name for no fucking reason.
Oh, yeah. That's yep. That's Ubisoft.
I hate it. I hate every time this shit comes up, I get more and more befuddled, bamboozled at the direction they're taking this game.
Can I say something then?
No.
All right, let's move on.
Speaking of Always Online, I don't know.
We're talking about the next one, the War of Mine.
No, what do you want to say, Deadpool?
No, I'm done.
Get it out.
I'm done.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say
my default answer is like, can I speak? No, you're no longer speaking.
Because I was just gonna say, like, as somebody who's been playing Warframe for a long time,
right?
This looks very gameplay-wise similar to Warframe, and that intrigues me on a personal level. I like the idea of ships going into atmosphere, going into space, seamlessly transitioning to planets. I like the moving out of the ships, and the combat looks very good in the same way that Warframe combat looks very good. Will Ubisoft inevitably fuck this up because they're using the name Beyond Good and Evil instead of, like... Sorry, no, because they're specifically using the name Beyond Good and Evil 2.
Yeah.
That's the fuck up.
Here's the thing. Are they going to use the general Ubisoft, like, software package that they mold, like, most of their things up? Or is it going to be its own thing completely?
It's its own thing.
Okay, then there's no guarantees on gameplay quality.
This is from scratch. This was being used, Cali, to make the Beyond Good and Evil 2 that they were making those years ago. This was being developed for that game.
Y'all remember that trailer that they put out?
Yeah.
That was Jade
in the desert with Paige.
Yeah, sitting on side of the road.
This was the trailer. This was the engine used for that trailer.
Y'all remember how in Beyond Good and Evil you could just run around and take pictures of bugs and fight people with your light stick and you were one character. You were one character that a story was based around. That's why I don't want this game. Because...
Understandable. If it was called Beyond Good and Evil Online or Beyond Good and Evil World, I think the hate... And they still have time. The game's not out.
Remember
the game's
how
not
it had,
truly
like,
fucked until it's out.
Was a Zelda-like, like the 3D Zelda-like in combat. And...
You cannot undo a release of a game. You can try. It's very, very difficult. How many games have actually done it, guys? Total. Like 5 ever that have undone, like, fucked up releases and actually come back to be really, really good?
The Division?
Yeah. Not many. Not fucking many.
But it's like it takes a lot of love and a lot of effort. Like,
and it's not saying that Ubisoft can't do that, but like they can.
They're actually known for that in the recent years. Like that's become their MO. Like, oh crap, let's fix this.
But they can never destroy goodwill as badly as using the name Beyond Good and Evil 2 to describe a fucking online MMO. No. You cannot do that. I'm good. Let's move on, please.
Okay. We have a story on the docket about Activision.
No, we were going to the... Oh, okay, yeah.
About Activision's influence over Blizzard growing and cutting costs. And that feels very... Yeah, we all saw this coming. I want to talk about Blizzard fucking calling out the pros who have been suspended for boosting and cheating. They put out a fucking list. They named names. These motherfuckers. I will post it in the stream chat.
What game?
Overwatch.
Oh, cool.
Blizzard named names. They've posted a list.
Is fucking what's his name on there? Oh shit, Q something.
Oh, CQX. No, that dude's been out for a while.
So just a bunch of Koreans?
Yeah, looks like. Yeah.
Except for Conti.
Yeah, most of these dudes have been suspended for
Some of these guys are going to be going to jail.
2 to 5 games for throwing matches.
Some of these guys are going to be going to jail because they're from Korea. And
yeah,
this just became
Korea's a little more strict on this, but yeah, they fucking name names. Won J. Rise Lee from that's a brand new team, the Guangzhou Charge. Fined $1,000 for account sharing. Dude from the Gladiators suspended 5 games for throwing matches and toxicity. Man, shout outs to Blizzard for fucking naming names and being like, fuck these guys. This isn't what we're about. Fuck them. I am all for naming names. I am all for...
They're always watching if you're playing their games, you dumbasses.
Yeah, it's their league, their game. if you fuck around, it's their money. They're not gonna give it to you. X not gonna give it to you, as it turns out. Okay, what is Islands of Nine?
It's a another battle royale game.
Oh, okay.
It kind of came on strong a few weeks ago, like a lot of buzz around it, and then just.
I thought this was the one we were talking about earlier.
No. This one didn't come up, or maybe it came up pre-show. I don't know. But the studio's shutting down already, I guess, and they're ending support for it. So like, okay, that came and went.
It's maintenance mode now. That's it. It's just gonna hang there for a bit.
It launched in July. Oh, it was kickstarted too. Jesus Christ. Anyway, this game is free to play, and I guess they're just gonna leave it up. Yeah. Fuck it.
If it makes enough to like keep it running, they'll do so. If not, then please look forward to our announcement in March that it's shutting down.
The Outer Worlds, that game from Obsidian, in people shouldn't have to say this. People shouldn't
It's an
have to come out.
announcement now. It is something that actually gets them some like small
Rep.
form of notoriety, goodwill. People actually listen to this, which is why they're doing it.
Hey y'all, listen. I'm not a pedophile. All right.
Really?
Yeah, unfortunately, the games industry, it's expected to have microtransactions now.
That's like saying that's like going into a relationship and being like, look, I swear I'm not going to cheat on you. Okay.
No,
And
not viewed the same way in the games industry.
I feel like, oh God,
It should be, yes, but it's not.
it's another one of those things that's just like, are we really at that point? I guess.
Yeah.
Fine.
Yep.
I like that. That doesn't like lower my. I want to play this game because it's it's what I wanted Borderlands to be, basically.
Yeah, it looks fantastic. It's what I wanted Fallout 4 to be. So.
But I guess I'm just kind of sad that that's where we're at. I don't know.
Look, man, we're not doing microtransactions, and if you buy the bigger version, you get to play early. That's the industry right now.
Mm-hmm.
And no promises of bags. No bags whatsoever.
Unless you're an influencer.
Yeah, then they'll give you a free grab bag.
I was gonna make a lewd joke, but I will not.
Anyways, moving on.
Control...
Instead of a lewd joke.
There's been a community mod for Nier Automata on PC to fix the controls.
I only played it with controller and it was fine, but I heard a lot of people complain, and yeah, apparently the camera related to mouse and keyboard was totally janked, and the moves weren't flowing, which is kind of important in the platinum game. So a bunch of people took it upon themselves to release some basically make a mod by hacking a few things together, and basically it's out on Nexus forums right now.
Yep. We're getting remakes of Panzer Dragoon 1 and 2.
Yep.
That's neat.
It is. If you haven't played them, they're cool games. They're cool little lines with these weird little stories. They're kind of considered like classics back from the OG Xbox Dreamcast.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
What else do we got here?
Exactly, Donut.
Yeah. Epic Store refunds process has been streamlined.
I like the word just reads. Basically, it was a manual process before. Mm-hmm. In order to get any sort of refund or reimbursement, it was a process where you had to actually talk to a support person, file some stuff, fill some forms, and go through a whole thing. So as part of their, I guess, debating of their store, they finally, like, people were complaining, and they finally just recently released an announcement saying, hey, now we have an automatic process where things will be reviewed for you, and it's not just so much of a pain in the butt.
It's still the early days of...
Yeah, it's early days, but, I'm just putting it out there because it's good to know. in case you ever have to like deal with that freaking that situation.
Yeah. I just want to read what someone wrote here. Even though we already talked about Halo Infinite.
I didn't know you were going to.
Well, somebody put it in the topics. So I was like, someone wrote, "Dumb game for dumb people says you can be poopy heads together," and that is where the link goes to a Halo Infinite article. So,
wow.
I don't know who wrote that, but it wasn't me.
I know exactly who wrote that. I'm not going to name names though, so it's fine.
Stanley Parable's getting a re-release. We saw
okay, can I just mention that real quick because I forgot to fucking mention this on the last podcast, and I want to kill myself for not mentioning it.
Do you?
Stanley Parable is getting re-released, and this is the greatest shit of all time.
Also,
it's getting new endings, and it's getting console releases as well.
Yes, that is good.
They're revamping everything. They got all the actors in to redo the lines, and they got the original creators to come in to cooperate to make this shit. Like, they both split up after Stanley Parable to make their own shit. The whole Rick and Morty game, and what was the other one that was on the PlayStation? The VR one?
Moss.
Accounting?
Yeah. The one guy who did comedy split off to do that, and the other one went and made The Beginner's Quest, which is like one of the most depressing games I've ever played in my entire fucking life.
Beginner's Guide.
Better. You know what I meant. Anyways,
well, I know. I'm just But
yeah, for clarifying for other people. Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
All right.
So it's back, and it's amazing because this is a 5-year-old single player, essentially Half-Life 2 mod that sold pretty well, and like, yeah, fuck it. Here's more shit.
Reminder
I'm buying
that
this again.
If you haven't played since launch, you should be able to get that "Don't play this game for 5 years" achievement.
Yeah,
that is a thing.
Yep, it's great.
All right, I don't want to bitch about Pokemon Go too much.
Just real quick.
Fucking PvP is fine. It's just weird, and it seems like it's the only way to get a Sinnoh Stone now.
I've gotten one,
and it's also super random. Like, I got one from losing to Dispenser.
Yeah, losing is a way of getting it too. So
like, as long
does
as
it cost anything to fight?
Nope.
No.
You just have to be tier 3 friend or higher.
Yeah,
okay,
you can fight Ultra or Best Friends.
And you don't have to be next to each other. You can be across the country, which I've done with a bunch of people now.
Yeah, I beat on the at Cali's son without knowing it.
Yeah, we were at Walmart. I was doing stuff.
So you let me just manhandle your child?
Anyways, let's get away from that.
I got a shiny Santa Hat Pikachu today, so
yeah,
that's cool. And
the Raichu looks amazing.
But does it suck like all the other hat Pikachus?
Yeah. Like they could have put out like another hat or something, Like there were some pictures from right before the event started where like Pikachu was wearing like this freaking winter beanie, and it looked like, all right, that's cool, that's fine, that's a different hat at least. But no, it's fucking still the same hat. I don't know. They just put Heatran in the legendary raids, and I got one finally.
He looks fucking boring, and I've tried raiding for him a few times, and every time people have just been like, well, we're gonna do one over here instead, like a mile and a half away. Oh, fuck, you're fine.
That's my problem. Yeah, so I'm in like 3 Discords, but I'm in this part of town Discord, but also this part of town encompasses several square miles, and like, oh, here's this raid over like literally 20-30 minutes away from where you are, so that's a problem with trying to coordinate raids. A lot of times I just kind of like wait until like, oh, this is about to spawn, I'll go see if somebody's there when it hatches and on this major road. So living that life.
Living that pokey life.
Have you caught anything cool lately, Deadpool?
Yeah, I actually have. Let's see. What was the last really cool thing I've caught? I've caught a lot of Dilberts, which I love.
Dilberts.
Them being in the game and Stantler being in the game is like the funniest and greatest thing. Like, as a Christmas thing. Oh, look, it's Santa Claus and his reindeer. I want to catch 8 Stantler, 9 Stantler, I guess.
And don't forget that Jinxes are the elves. which is why there's so many around right now.
Oh. Yeah, my friend keeps
In the
naming them.
Pokemon universe, Jinxes are the elves.
My friend keeps catching them and then naming them problems. Like problem number 1, problem number 2, because they're a problem, just like Mr. Popo.
Yeah. Is he gonna get to 99 though?
What?
Is he gonna get to 99 though?
Probably at the rate we're going.
Mm.
I get it.
Yeah,
I get it.
Yeah.
But a Jinx ain't
Thank
one,
you.
anyways.
Yeah. Thank you.
God damn it.
We got there.
Yeah. Let's see. I evolved a Porygon into Porygon 2. Oh, I did that. I guess if I can talk about the raid day with all the legendary birds, that was fucking great.
Oh yeah, Ho and Lugia.
I went downtown and I caught all 3, Ho, Lugia, and the other one that everybody
Cresselia.
really wanted. Yeah.
Yeah, no,
I didn't care about that game.
it sucks because after a week, like, nobody wants to do the new legendary because, like, everyone that's serious about raiding already got 5, 6 of them, and, like, oh, no, but not that many people are out hardcore raiding anymore, so it's harder to get people together for...
Come out here at some point. I'll take you to the game store, and there's always people here.
Oh, yeah, no, downtown, like, in the evening, like, I went down there a couple of weeks ago for a tree lighting, and, like, Cresselia popped, and the lobby immediately filled. Like, it was crazy. But, yeah.
Besides those 3, I got a Snover. I don't know what the fuck Snover is. And I finally finished the Mew quest, which, yeah, that was...
Snover evolves into Obama Snow. So...
Okay.
It's another Dex entry. What do you want? You gotta catch them all, man. That's the point.
Yeah, I really haven't gotten any shinies in months.
They just dropped a bunch, like Skorupi, Bronzor, like a bunch of the babies are now in there, and I'm just like, okay, I'm hatching fucking a million Togepi and a Alolan Pokemon instead of these babies that I need. I still don't have Riolu, which is the one that evolves into Lucario. Yeah, they just dumped a bunch of fucking Pokemon, and
there's a baby for Lucario?
Yeah, Riolu.
Yeah, dude, I haven't followed Pokemon since like Ruby and Sapphire, so.
Oh. I have only kept up with this shit because of the time because the time I put into the card game. So and
like
and
Greninja is a mystery to me, so anyways.
He looks cool. I don't know, his tongue is a scarf.
Anything else you want to talk about Pokemon Go this week?
I'm just like
when is worldwide trading coming? Because then I can fucking finally send people shit that I've had for goddamn forever.
Probably never.
Fuckers.
I really like. They really should just put in Wonder Trade. At the very minimum. That would be the answer to
that would be nice.
It like that way they don't have to worry about people boosting. They just be like, okay, it'll cost you 1,000 Stardust or something to fucking get a Pokemon for Wonder Trade. If it's shit, it's your fault. It'll add to the random bullshit they already have in this game. I really think they should just do that.
If this new thing just came in with the battles where we can do it against people worldwide, if that didn't exist, I would possibly give them leeway. Like, oh, maybe they just don't. They have servers set up for it.
Yeah, no, they can do it. There's no reason not to. Like, with the
amount of money people are dropping on those boxes and items and everything, they can do it.
Oh yeah, no, every time I go to a raid, I see the same like 3 people that I know are spending a lot of money on raid passes. Like, it's it's crazy that there's still such like a hardcore community. But what I was going to go into off of that real quick, if I could. Apparently, there's a real bunch of dicks playing this. There have been, dude. There was straight up a Secret Instinct Discord when I was up in Maryland. Like, these fuckers. People like keeping the shit to themselves. This is an old fighting game thing. This has never been a problem on the West Coast for me until apparently, what's one of the Giant Bomb dudes? The what's his name? The guy who does the video editing. Yeah, no, I heard that.
You heard that?
I heard that story.
You heard what happened? Yeah. What the fuck?
Like I said, I ran into this myself.
Cali's coming here like talking about like moms with kids and crap, like pulling that stuff and like oh no, hey, who are you? Like what? Yeah, it's super cliquish.
There's families that play together. Like
it's weird because like whenever I go out to do these days, like I just don't go near those people, I guess. And there's always other people here. I don't know. Maybe it's like just some areas are more fun than others.
Dylan wants to know if you guys could reference the Jan story.
Oh, it was on the most recent Bombcast. It was just him talking about how like these dudes that he's seen at raids, like he'll ask them like, "Oh, are you guys going to the next raid over here?" And they'll be like, "Oh, I don't think we're gonna be raiding that much anymore today." And then he'll see them at the next raid. Like that's what I'm saying. Like I ran into this when I was up in Maryland. Like literally, there was a specific area of town where there were a lot of neighborhoods, and like there was their own special instinct Discord where they were sharing raid info and not sharing it with anybody else, but they were still in the main Discord with everybody else. So whatever. It's dumb. It's really dumb. There's no reason for it. If anything, having more people, like these hardcore motherfuckers, more people makes the raid easier. It doesn't make any sense. Anyway, Deadpool. Do you want to talk about Secret Santa?
Yeah. Steam Secret Santa for VGZ is still up. If you don't have a Steam account anymore because people lost computers or whatever, feel free to sign up anyways, and I will work with you. I think I finally decided I'm gonna end it tomorrow. Just because this is like
the Secret Santa, not his life.
I guess I wasn't clear about that.
I tried. I'm sorry.
Very popular time for that sort of thing.
Yeah. So tomorrow I will end it when I get back from work, which will be probably about 1 p.m. Pacific time, so about 4 p.m. Eastern. Please sign up. I'd love if more people could sign up just to have some more community participation. Not really that you have to or anything, just...
But it is required for further membership in Discord. No, I'm kidding.
It's really not. Don't even consider that a joke.
$5. $5.
$5.
The minimum gift, the maximum gift is 20. The minimum doesn't really have minimum. Just send something. Yeah. But that's the Steam Secret Santa this year. Sorry for fucking up. Usually
could you reiterate the main rules though? Like besides that, like isn't it just something off the person's wish list?
Yeah, it's usually just something off their wish list, and it's usually gonna be a Steam game. But if like for whatever reason they don't have Steam, I'll be like, hey, this person has this. If you could send them something for this, then that'd be great.
And there's Origin,
sales fucking everywhere right now, so like, it's not.
There are sales. If you don't know where to find sales, look for istthereanydeal.com or check out the Wario64 on Twitter. Constant listings of what's on sale.
I'm sorry, I was just like, and Deadpool was like, this person has this. Send them something for this. I was just like, I filled in the blanks with gout. Send them something for gout.
Send them meat. Send that person meat.
I'm horrible. I'm a horrible person. I'm sorry.
You are, but that's fine.
All right.
Because you like True Jam and Earl. That just means you're Satan. That's fine.
Deadpool, do you need to go, or can we?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Let's wrap it up. With my horrible bullshit. I'm sorry.
We started with mine. We ended with yours. It's all good.
Yeah.
What about Zin? Didn't he have some horrible bullshit to talk about?
Oh right. Battlefield 5. Zin, did you want to talk about that?
Oh no, Battlefield 5. Oh dear God.
No!
So what the fuck up is with Battlefield 5?
Well, the thing is, I'll say this: I have not played it much lately, or at all.
In the last week.
Well, or 2 weeks or nothing. I have not been playing it as much as I hoped. Like previous games in the series, I would just play it religiously, and it's been less and less. BF5, I've not play that much, but I would shift some of the blame on that my computer is starting to show its age. My CPU is like 7 years old, and this BF5 is the first game I have that's actually making my system chug a bit, and when I walk through the areas in the game in BF5, I get severe frame drops, and I get my ass kicked because I cannot react fast enough because the frames are so bad. So, but since this is a season of giving, can somebody... never mind. So, what has happened with BF5 is this. Very recently, I would say like this week or something, let's say very recently, DICE decided to do something in the game that made a lot of people angry. So according to their data or metrics or whatever fancy names they have, is that they were looking at players who were playing Battlefield 5 and saw that they played it a bit but didn't come back. And they kind of, I don't know how they come to this conclusion, but the conclusion was that people stopped playing because they thought that the time to kill was too fast. And we talk about time to kill is how fast you go from 100 health to 0 health by getting shot at.
Right.
And so what they did is they pushed out a patch which bumped up the time to kill. So all weapons suddenly took 1 extra bullet to kill somebody. And some people might think that people who are not into first-person shooters might think that that's nothing. No, if you play these games and you're used to our gameplays, if you have to use 1 more bullet to kill somebody, you will feel it.
But if I can interject, like Battlefield's always been like, at least compared to like Call of Duty and stuff, it's always been like slightly spongier. I remember 1942 having this like headshot a guy 2 times with a sniper rifle to take him down.
Yeah, but I would say BF1 was the most spongiest actually.
Yeah.
But with BF5, they went back to a much more deadlier way of dying and made the headshot multiplier much higher, and you die real fast in BF5. But what they did is that they bumped up the time to kill, and yeah, so 1 more bullet to kill players, and people got so fucking pissed about this because it just changed everything, and everybody suddenly felt like sponges. Like it was hard to kill. You have to like mag dump somebody to kill them when you could just maybe take half a mag. Well, depending on the weapon, of course. But we have to understand that this was across all weapons, 1 extra bullet. Now, can you imagine using a slow-firing weapon with this? It made all slow-firing weapons useless. It made them terrible. If you play support, and I'm one of those people that I play support almost exclusively. I love playing support. And I would say that in BF5, support is a fucking jack of all trades, and you can do fucking anything with it. And it has so many perks. But using any weapon on any class that it has a slow firing or has a slow rate of fire suddenly felt like this was not even worth using. So, for example, the semi-automatic weapons on the sniper, that scouts or sniper, whatever we call them, they used to be like 2-shot body shot to kill somebody. Now they were suddenly free, and these semi-automatic rifles, they always had like a very low ammo count, like 5 or 6 shots before you had to reload. So what happened is that instead of being able to drop like 2 people before reloading, now you can only drop 1. And you might as well go with a bolt action and go for headshot instead. It was completely useless. And it was so much bitching that DICE decided to, okay, fuck this. And they pushed out another patch and said, okay, we're sorry, we changed this back. Okay, can you please come back? And they got a lot of shit for this change. Is that, of course, DICE has an army of shills online on YouTube channels. We have people like, I would say one of the biggest shills is a guy in Britain called Westy, and there's also another one called Jack Frags, and they often get sent out to EA events, and they shill for the game, and talk about how great it is, get a lot of get to see a lot of work in progress stuff. Even they were just shitting on the game because of these changes, and when it comes to that, when even your shills are turning on you, then maybe it's time to think. But I would say, personally, my opinions, this goes back to the release, actually. Because I'd like to add a couple of things about Battlefield needs to change, or stuff that's made me, that I find off-putting. And is that I feel like DICE is losing what Battlefield is. And, well, the thing is, this is something we can go back to talk about Activision with influence of Blizzard. This is the same thing. EA and DICE. The thing is, we have to come to realize that these AAA developers, these big developers, that throwing around billions of dollars like it's spare change, becoming too big for themselves, sort of. Is that they are no longer making games for you. They are making games to suck that dick on their investors. And if they can't please the investors, they will feel it. So it's feeling like that they're pushing, that EA is pushing DICE to make more content faster, but they go, we can't do that. Can you please wait? No, fuck you, push it out, they go fuck yourself. And it hurts the game overall. And I would say that when BF5 came out, I would say it felt very... Well, this came because of people complained when they saw the reveal trailer we saw back in May. I think it was in May, at the reveal. People were very divided about the BF5 and thinking, what the hell is this? And yeah, that was probably because I would say the real trailer divided a lot of people because it was not selling the game as well as other trailers, which probably comes back to, you go back to because a certain someone that has been working at DICE for over a decade quit. And there's a guy who goes by the nickname of Rolly the Polly. I forgot his real name, but he goes to the nickname Rolly the Polly, and he was the DICE video editor for over a decade. And he made all those amazing trailers that we saw in previous games that really sold the game and got you hype and all that. But here comes Battlefield 5, and we're no longer Rolly the Polly. Here's a reveal trailer, and people are like, what the fuck is this shit? And people also pointed out a lot of things in the trailer, like, oh, what's this thing about the prosthetic arm on the woman, and women in World War II? And the thing is, this whole thing about women in World War II is that we do know that there were women in World War II when it comes to French resistance forces.
Yeah, okay, Zen, I'm going to stop you on that one because that's going way too far on that because realism in Battlefield is the most stupid fucking concept of all time, Zen. Let me just stop you right there. No.
Yeah, I know, but the thing is, personally, I think this is that I saw that, okay, I'm seeing that there are female soldiers in the game. To me, it was fine, actually.
Yeah.
It's fine because I realized that, okay, so they're women, you have a choice. And they did this in Call of Duty Ghosts. Yeah, in Ghosts, they added female soldiers. You could play as female. And to me, it's fine. It's like, it doesn't affect the gameplay or something. It's
no, the things that affected the gameplay were fucked.
Yeah.
That's the other part.
But yeah, people complain a lot about prosthetics, about, a very sort of out there cosmetics, and people didn't want that and bitched, and they cut so much stuff from that, and BF5 comes out the door, and
it felt like they weren't doing Battlefield. It felt like they were making Battlefield into Battlefield Heroes, which was fucking garbage.
It was so and so, but BF5 comes out, and suddenly it has very little cosmetics, like very little. And when it comes to the weapon pool, it has a very small pool of weapons. I looked at all the stuff you can unlock. To me, it felt like it's barely anything. Because we, of course, I've been playing Battlefield games since, well, time immemorial. And here comes Battlefield 5, and it feels light on content, especially if I unlock stuff to do, like carrot on a stick. There's nothing there. Well, it's a rotting carrot that is half eaten. So, of course, we compare this to previous games, especially Battlefield 4, which on release was just chock full of stuff. You had tons and tons of skins for every gun. You also had soldier skins. You had tons of different attachments to put in the weapon that would affect in different ways, etc. And here comes BF5, and there's nothing there. And it felt, and yeah, what the fuck? And releasing a BF, many people also think about it going, so you release a World War II again without American soldiers? What the hell is wrong with this? But I see they're doing this sort of chronological order thing, what they're trying to do. But if we go back to what we were talking about, the time to kill, or rather, no wait.
Yeah. Why is it fucking dying now?
The thing is, I have not been. I'm not exactly having my finger on the pulse of battlefields. I don't know what is happening right now, but it feels like. Well, since I'm a veteran of Battlefield games, and it was something because I was trailing off it quite a lot. Mm-hmm. When it comes to Battlefield 5, there are things about it. I would say first impressions. I'm playing it for a bit. Is that if there are things I think that DICE, they need to fucking learn, and they or need to write down and just realize, don't do this shit in the future. But every time BFI, it feels like these notes are just thrown away and they just start over. Because this is a thing, I think everybody noticed this, is that for every Battlefield game, they just can't balance air vehicles at all. At all.
No, that's always been a problem.
Yeah, so I would say this goes all the way back to BF2. Like Battlefield 2, where you had fighter jets that could drop bombs and whatnot.
Yeah.
And the only thing you had against them was like these man pads, or these stationary man pads, these anti-air. But the missiles these things fired were so slow, they never caught up to the jets. So the jets were just flying around the map, bombing everything with no problem whatsoever. And and then if we fast forward, then I come think of. I'm starting to think about Battlefield 3 and 4. The thing is, I can't remember much.
So Zen, just gonna wrap it up then, because like, essentially, this is just the straw that broke the fucking players' back. Like, the only fans that were left were the hardcore ones, and they fucking pissed on them for this.
Yeah. The thing is, there are more things. I would say air vehicles broken.
I know, but it's the last straw. That's why this happened. This is. Yeah. This is you ran out of goodwill 2 games ago. Yeah, so
I
play a lot of BF1 though, but
before release, but like I didn't know they backpedaled this hard. I just like forgot about it.
That's probably why this is not good. Yeah.
Yeah, but there are more things that are gonna play in BF5, especially player visibility. I mean. It's so hard to see players sometimes. They might as well just make that sound of the predator makes when he is chasing a prey. I mean, you can't see shit.
I picked up Battlefield 5 recently because my little brother plays it on the console. I played it for a bit, had a decent time, but it's almost kind of telling that I immediately went and like switched over to Battlefield 4 for the next several hours and just played that instead.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I will say it also comes down to the maps. They are way too open, especially in a game with where it has time to kill is next to none. And I don't know why they did this, but this is just an opinion about snipers. In BF1, they changed it's 1 second here. BF1, they made sniper bullets to go like lightning fast. In previous games, they had travel time. If you play Battlefield 4 and you shoot something in long range, you can see the bullet travel, and it takes time, and it takes a lot of skill to headshot somebody at range.
There's drop, yeah.
Yeah, BF1 and BF5. Aim at something in the distance, doesn't matter if it's a pixel, but pull the trigger, bang, it's almost like it's fucking...
Hit scan,
yeah. And I'm just, what the fuck? And... there's no suppression BF5, and I don't know what to do as a support player when I'm using a medium machine gun. I am just a sitting duck. I can hose them down. They can just go 360 headshot on me with no problem whatsoever. No suppression. So yeah. I could sit there and talk for hours about BF5, but let's not.
Let's not. Let's get out of here. I gotta go
and
take a shower.
one more thing.
Because I smell. And we all smell. And we got shit to do.
It's Christmas in 2 days, folks. We'll see you guys next Sunday.
Yes. Give your friends a wonderful, not bad rats. Merry Christmas.
But if you need bad rats, there's a person called Dispenser you can talk to.
Please don't. Good night.
Good night.
Night.